when God would call the men to meet with him 3 times a year. Exodus 34, verses 23 and 24, he called them to have a meeting to define their identity and give them their instruction. And he told them, if you'll follow my rules, and if you'll come under my authority and my relationship, then I'm going to bless you, I'm going to bless your family, and I'm going to bless your nation. Conversely, if you walk away from me, all of those structures are going to be in trouble. The foundation of our culture has become shaky. And we need men to rise up and take their stand under God for the improvement and the impact that God wants to make in the world. Now, I must admit, life can make things shaky. I'm a personal testimony of that. My dear wife of almost 50 years passed away on December 30th, 2019. The next day was our New Year's service. That's where we would go every year to worship. I had a decision to make. I remembered that in the book Kingdom Man, which set the stage for this study on Kingdom Men Rising, that it opened up that when a kingdom man's feet hit the floor in the morning, the devil should say, oh crap, he's up. The devil should quake a little bit because a kingdom man has hit the floor, and even though his world may be shaken, his commitment to Christ does not shake with it. So on that New Year's Eve, knowing that my wife would have been by my side to walk up to the front of the sanctuary and sit in our seats, that I had to take a stand because there would be thousands of people there wondering how I was faring, given the crisis I was facing, and given all the other losses that had come even before the loss of my wife. My father dying a month earlier. That same year, my sister dying. Then my sister's husband dying. It was just one loss after another in a concentrated period of time. With the foundation crack, where my children needed support, where the congregation needed guidance, and where the world was beginning to shake. Well, that morning I got up on the 31st of December, and I put my feet on the floor. And I thought in my mind and in my heart, devil, you're not going to win this. You're not going to own me. The circumstances look bleak, and the pain is great, and the tears are flowing like a river. But since God still has me here, I still have a job to do. I still have a post to man and a responsibility to own. And so I got up that morning and I began to prepare for our New Year's Eve service. And I got up to talk about how life is a vapor. We never know what another moment or even a day will bring. But we're called to submit to the will of God, even when we don't prefer it, we don't like it, and we don't want it. Men, you and I have been drafted. We've been drafted by God to rise to the occasion, to take our stand with God even when life is not voting the way we want it to vote, when things are not going the way we want them to go. We're called to take our stand with the living God and to represent Him.